Bam, bam, bam. Let's go. I know I had this stream was scheduled for what? When did I have 3 o'clock? But I'm here now. So let's get it. Let's get it. We're gonna read Community. This thing was written in 2009. My gosh. When did Community come out? Community release. Oh, this is like jail. Never mind. Okay, whatever. I'm too lazy. So we have Community by the Dan Harmon. He's quite a notable figure in the screenwriting community as well, the storytelling community, and he has some a controversial past. Yeah, he had his own things going on, but he had some good stuff. I liked his Rick and Morty's, I liked his Harmon quests, all of that fun stuff. So, and I also like his Community. This show, Community, especially like first 3 seasons, and then that's when there's like a lot of like internal problems and stuff, and then things got bad. But this is just a pilot episode, so things are still good. Let's go. Let's begin this story. Yes. Hold on, I want to see if I put it. I don't know. How should I do this? Like that? Is that okay? Hello? I'm adjusting volume. I don't know if that changes anything. Whatever. Hold on. Okay. Alright, we're chilling. So, Community. I've read this script already before. I've seen the show multiple times. I know this. I know this story like the back of my hands. Exterior courtyard day, the campus of a large but humble community college. A few miles from your home, my home, Cambridge bells chime. Actually, the bells are playing from an old boom box, which is now stopped by Dean Pelton. 40s rotund. What does rotund mean again? If it means what I think it means, then it's wrong. Plump, yeah. This is before they got the casting. Who is holding a microphone hooked up to it. He is on a small stage at the front of the courtyard. He starts to speak into the microphone, realizes it's not working, and fiddles with the boombox switches. He begins to speak, but Busta Rhymes' CD starts playing instead. Yo, I'm high as hell right now, and I'm about to bust your ass open first. Pelton, an apparently humorless man, frantically figures out how to stop the CD, then addresses the students. Good morning. Many of you are halfway through your first week here at Greendale, and as dean, I thought I would share a word of inspiration. Good dialogue, I think. You immediately tell them, because compared to The Room, alright, The Room is like, yo, they don't tell you anything, you don't know anything. At least here it's like in the dialogue, it's like, as dean, Greendale Community College dean, so you know everything that's going on. Though it is community college, well, you've heard it's a loser college for young people who didn't make the cut at a university. Annie, tightly wound sweater vest, is walking through the courtyard when she hears this, causing her to stop. Troy, leather jacket, all-American, is seated on a bench with a breakfast burrito. He looks up, a little put off. It's halfway school for 20-something dropouts crawling back to society with unskilled tail between their legs. Britta, late 20s, sweatshirt, ponytail, unadorned, accidentally hot, is interrupted in her confident stride by what she's hearing. She stops and looks as if it's called by name, introducing all the characters. Very clean, very clean. A tax refund self-esteem workshop for newly divorced housewives piecing together shattered identities. Surely, yes, good descriptions of everyone. And the old people hoping to keep their minds active as they circle the drain of eternity. Pierce, stop talking to a group of young people. Stops. In fact, Pelton now has undivided attention of most of the pedestrians in the courtyard. That's what you've heard, however. I wish you luck. Wait. There was a middle part of that speech if you see a card. Walking amongst the rest of the students and not thrilled to be doing so, Jeff Crocker, 30s. He is placed and orbited by Abed, 20s, who seems generally intrigued by everything all the time. I'm only half Arabic actually. My dad is Palestinian. I mean, he's a US citizen, and he's not... How does Abed speak again? I'm only half the citizen, and he's not a threat to... Oh my god, I don't know. He's not a threat to national security or anything. A lot of people want to know that after they meet him because he has an angry energy, but not like angry at America, just angry at my mom for leaving him, although he did leave because he was angry, and was angry because she was American. My name's Abed, by the way. Abed, nice to know you, and then meet you in that order. Now, how about that question I had? Oh, 5 after 11 when you asked. Thanks. I'll talk to you in a few months if that's cool. Oh, few months, okay. Abed starts to walk away, but Jeff puts a hand on his shoulder. Hey, let me ask you. It's Britta heading to the cafeteria. That hot girl from Spanish class, what's her deal? I can't find the road in there. Well, I've only talked to her once when she was borrowing a pencil, but her name's Britta. She's 28, birthday in October. She has 2 older brothers, and one of them works with children who have a disorder I might want to look up. Oh, and she thinks she's going to flunk tomorrow's quiz, so she really needs to focus, and she's sorry if that makes her seem cold. Abed, I see your value now. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Boom, cold open done. You got everything going on. Alright, so you got Spanish class, that's where they all are. Jeff, his goal is to get Britta. And then you have these characters introduced like Shirley and Abed and Pierce and Troy and Annie. Britta moves down the food line, assembling her meal from bins of saran wrap items. Jeff gets in line next to her. Oh hey, Spanish. Yeah, just don't hit on me, okay? Whoa. And as you walk away, don't call me a lesbian or say don't flatter yourself. Anything I should do? You should not hit on me. Listen, I just wanted to let you know about my Spanish study group. The guy that spent today's class playing Bejeweled on his phone has a study group. Am I allowed to sign up twice? I'm taking that class for the easy credit. I actually tutor Spanish. She turns to him, on the hook, but suspicious. Jeff, you con artist person. Say that in Spanish now. Jeff sighs, shouldering her cynicism with grace, and uses gestures to indicate his mind, school, and language. Duermo tarde, español, una hora más, no rayar mi coche. I sleep late, Spanish, 1 more hour. Do not scratch my car. She does Swincism. I really need help with Spanish. I was willing to bet. I'm Jeff. The group meets at the library at 6. I'll be there. I'm Britta. Thank you so much. This is great. Britta finishes paying for her own food and walks away. Jeff turns to the elderly black woman at the cash register. Technically, I'm in a college, so it's okay to use a college move, right? Huh? Sorry, I was raised on TV. I think every black woman over 50 is cosmic mentor with free advice. How about for $2.25 you can have your damn tacos. Yes, ma'am. Oh man, some of the things it's hard for me to read. It's hard for me to understand. Jeff gets out his wallet. Oh, so this is where the cold open ends. Okay, but yeah, so we have everything. Now we have fully everything, like the Spanish tutor, the study group, and everything. Interior science building, Duncan's office. Psychology professor Duncan, low caliber hippie, is looking. I like that description. Low caliber hippie is working at his desk in a small office lined with plants, books, and weird art. Jeff appears in his doorway. You're a hard man to reach, Professor. Jeff Crocker, attorney at law. You remember? How could I forget? I still can't figure out how you got a jury to connect September 11th with my DUI. Let alone why it helped. 2002 was a simpler time. What's a lawyer doing on campus? I'm a student. That can't be an inspiring journey. Those Ivy League twits on the state bar have had me under a microscope since I started. They suddenly decided that even though I have a law degree, my college degree isn't legitimate. I thought you had a bachelor's for Columbia. and now I have to get one from America. They must have noticed the eagle and the seal was holding coffee branches. I'm dead in the water until I replace that degree. Okay, so now you know why this Jeff guy, the main character, is in the story, is here. If you're in my class, I hope you're not going to ask for special treatment. Professor, please, I do have rules. I would never take psychology, it's boring, but I was hoping that, as a teacher, you could get me all the quizzes, tests, and exams for the classes I am taking this semester. Jeff, you just defined cheating. Not only is it illegal, it's unethical. Well, laws are tools. We reshape them to suit the job, and you seem less concerned with the ethics the day I convinced 12 of your peers that when you did a U-turn on the freeway and tried to order chalupas from an emergency call box, your only real crime was being an American. You're saying I owe you. I'm not saying that. I'm giving you pieces of a puzzle, which, when you put together, form a picture of you owing me. He surrenders. I'll look into it. I need to use that line. He surrenders. That's a good thing. I mean, it's like he gives in, you know? I'll be at the library at 6, but by 6:20 my fake study group will not have shown up and I'll have to take a very hot girl to dinner. Oh, Jeff, don't lie to women. Whoops. Jeff is seated at a big table reading a Spanish pen. Bienvenido. Britta walks in. He smiles. Bienvenido. Have a seat. Puts a notepad in front of her while she gets settled at the room's large table. You can put your contact info on here. I guess the group is running late, but we can get acquainted. You may have noticed this morning, I'm not great at small talk. I want to talk big. I want to know, what's your deal? That's not small talk. What's your deal? And is God dead? I don't think this part was in the final cut, right? Anyway, my deal. I dropped out of high school to pursue my love of anarchy. I made a lot of new friends vandalizing billboards. I helped coordinate us into a very large, successful movement of anarchist billboard vandals, and we decided I was the leader, which meant we had to kick me out because we were anarchists. Soon after, they became an advertising firm. One of their shampoo billboards is across the street. The one that says, "Hey, it's your hair, we just want to clean it. Power to the people." And you can go to Facebook and see photos of their children who have names like Hemingway and Chomsky and who are seated in the backs of SUVs. So I guess my deal is, be honest with me and I'll like you. Because I may be broke and crawling back to society, but I'm doing it having learned what's most important to me is honesty. Ah, my gosh, Britta, you talk. You have so much to say. Good thing to learn. What's most important to you? I would say honesty, because I would say anything to get what I want, and I want you to like me. Very honest answer. So you get your wish. I like you fine. Oh, so yeah, see how easy? That's it, huh? No Looney Tunes character tattooed on your hip I have to pretend to love? Not me. Buy me dinner, don't lie to me, and we'll be in bed before midnight. The two of them chuckle at her. Damn, dude. Let you go, girl. All kidding aside, if you're hungry. Abed enters. Britta looks as though she was expecting him. Abed's in the house. Woo! Woo, Abed. Also, why? Britta invited me. Is that cool? I can't think of a single logical reason why not. Have a seat and put your contact info here. Sits down and writes on the notepad. Cool. That's his fame. I need to rewatch Community, man. Cool. Hey, this is kind of like Breakfast Club, huh? We're in a library. Well, with great precision. Cell number while punching it into his own phone under the table. Yeah, and we're students from different backgrounds, and I'm sure we all have got a thing, like an issue, all balled up inside of us that would make us cry if we talked about it. Do you have something balled up inside you want to talk about? Oh, I got a little doozy in the chamber I can't let loose if things get emotional. I can let loose. Abed's the fourth wall breaking dude. Whoa, text message. Let's give this bad boy a read. I'm sure it's personal. No, I don't know this person. Say you have to pee, I need to talk to you. Jeff pretends to digest it along with the other two. All of them exchange confusion. Say you have to pee. Weird. Yeah, creepy. Professor Duncan ducks his head into the room, sees Jeff, and sees the other. Jeff, a quick word about psychology. I'll be right back. When it's about psychology, it's urgent. What if the group shows up? They'll know what to do. A motley crew of would-be athletes. Oh, it's like, I thought it was nighttime. Oh, it's so it doesn't say the time. Okay, so it's like school's still like going. Dusk. A motley crew of would-be athletes are trying out for the apparently all-ages track team. Currently, a 90-year-old man is prepping himself on the starting line. Jeff and Duncan are standing out in the middle of the field. I could get fired for having this conversation, so act like you're watching the athletic proceedings. You couldn't stop me from watching. There is a man trying out for your track team that is older than the game of poker. He's kinda trucking. I suppose I did feel indebted to you, Def, and I suppose I said it was possible to get you these answers. I'd say go for it, and for future reference, you can ask me stuff like this way closer to wherever you were originally standing. I'm asking if you understand the difference between right and wrong. I understand right and wrong are slippery slopes that end with presidents who don't believe dinosaurs existed, and I've understood since I was a kid that if I talked long enough, I could make anything true, so either I'm God or truth is relative, and in both cases, booyah. I like that line here. I've understood since I was a kid that if I talked long enough, I could make anything true. Yeah, and that really shows Jeff's character of his, like, he just, like, talks circles around people. So either I'm God or truth is relative, and in either case, booyah. Ian, you don't have to play shrink to protect your pride except that you're a chicken. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on the psychologist? I'm just using normal psychology on a pussy. You can't talk to me that way. A 6-year-old girl could talk to you that way because it would be adorable. No, because you're a 5-year-old girl and there's a pecking order. Fine, I'll do it, gentlemen. There's approaching their exchange. This is an athletic field, not a rehearsal for Glengarry Glen Ross and... Bro, I haven't seen that shit in so long. And I should know because I run both the sports and theater departments. Take it elsewhere. Either of you guys played football is looking that bad this year. Well, I just found out that the rest of the group, Abed, along with the 4 new students, Pierce, Shirley, Troy, Annie, they all look at him, is here. Damn, this is like a whole gang pulling up. I like this whole gang. Pierce was my favorite, man. I loved Pierce before he started getting like bitchy behind the scenes and everything. But Pierce was he was my favorite character. Britta's in the bathroom, I think, and I invited more people from the Spanish class. Is that cool? It's the coolest. I should go to the bathroom too. I should bring my jacket, keys, wallet in case there's a fire. Jeff is on his way to the exit doors. He nearly collides with Britta, who's entering the lobby. Busted. I barely smoke, but the group is getting big, made me skittish. I started craving the grit. Same here. I saw those faces and I had to suck a leaf tube. Maybe you and I will get more studying done over dinner. Come on, we both know that's when the studying stops. Let's do this thing first. If it really turns out to be a train wreck, we'll slip out early. Oh, I can do a train wreck. What a tangled web we weave. What? Where did the old black woman from the cafeteria next to him in the lobby? She's placing books on the cart, unloading the overnight return bin. Don't you work in the cafeteria? I have many jobs and many places. I'm not magical. I'm just underpaying, you racist jackass. Sorry. So good. So good. But I think that part wasn't in the script, in the final cut. I don't think. Alright. So yeah, so now we have this study group thing, and now they're all like, alright, let's do this study group portion now. You have the main plot line of Jeff Britta study group, and you have the secondary plot line with Duncan. Jeff Duncan in getting the test papers. 2 stories happening. Jeff settles in his chair at the head of the table. He looks around the room. There's Britta, there's Abed, there's Annie, the type A teen, Droy, the meathead jock, Shirley, the closed-up ex-housewife, and Piers, the weird old man with neatly brushed gray hair and some kind of stone around his neck he must have bought at a tarot card store. So descriptive and so random. Alright, look at this crew, all ready to sit all night. So, who studies with strangers, right? We all had in the same class, we don't even know each other. My name is Jeff. He talks kind of like George Takei. What the fuck? Jeff, it's a pleasure. My name is Pierce Hawthorne, and yes, this is Hawthorne as in the Hawthorne Wipes, the award-winning moist towelette. I was just going to ask. I'm also a Rotarian and no stranger to public speaking, so maybe I should make the introductions. You already know Britta. My apologies, Britta. You also know Abed, the Arab. Is that inappropriate? Sure. We've got Roy. I like this one. As if to get ice. He's like, as in saying things like, oh, it's just like answering a normal thing. Like, hey, do you want to get ice? Sure. We've got Roy, the Wonder Boy. I call him Troy. You're correct, little Princess Elizabeth, Annie. Very sorry. And finally, this beautiful creature's name is Shirley. Is that even close? One does not forget Shirley. She is a very, very fascinating, very gorgeous young woman. Jeff Annie speaks up. I'd like to know why I had to find out about this group on accident. Oh, this is getting more like Breakfast Club now. We should start studying. You know, I've been part of a study group that fell apart because of unaddressed tension. Shouldn't someone address Annie's concern? Did we not invite her? Well, Annie, sweetie, I guess it didn't occur to anyone. That's strange because I remember the first day of class, I asked if anyone was interested in starting a Spanish study group and passed around the sign-up sheet. And when it came back, all that was on it was drawing of a unicorn with a wiener instead of a horn, a guitar for a wiener, and a dog emerging from his rear. That was a cat, and he was going in. What? Everyone added something. Yes, and then gathered behind my back for a study group. Pumpkin, is that behind your back? We just didn't think of you. Can we stop with the pumpkins and the sweeties? Being younger does not make me inferior. If anything, your age indicates you've made bad life decisions. I'm just imagining Charlie saying it. I hear it in her voice. Shirley has a response to that. No, I don't. Well, I'm sure I've made bad life decisions. I decided to spend 20 years... Oh my god, there's so much exposition in this part. I mean, this is the pilot episode, so you're like setting up everything. Getting all these okay, yeah. We got all the Britta... Pierce, let's discuss this creepiness. I beg your pardon. Are you aware Shirley finds your advances inappropriate? What advances? You have been sexually harassing me since the first day of class. Why would I harass someone that turns me on? Saying she turns you on is the harassment, buddy. I am a business leader and a community pillar, and I don't take courting advice from teenage boys. Well, this teenage boy is a quarterback and a prom king, so maybe you should. You're not prom king anymore, Troy. This isn't Greendale High. How did you know I went there? Because you're wearing your stupid leather jacket, and more important, I sat behind you in algebra. Wait, are you the girl that got hooked on pills and dropped out? You're little Annie Adderall. You're a stupid jock that lost his scholarship because he celebrated getting it with a keg stand and dislocated both shoulders. I'm ready. I brought one of those big binders that store DVDs in. I left it in the sun, and the plastic sleeves melted into the discs, and they're all unplayable, and it's my fault. Avis is sobbing real tears. That's your Breakfast Club doozy? I love cinema. Hello, it's Professor Duncan. Come to the parking lot now. I think I had a British accent. What's wrong with your voice? I'm disguising it. I'll be right there. Now where are you going? It's an emergency. You guys need to hash this stuff out. We can study with all this stuff seething under the surface. Let's just hope one of you is here when I get back. Hello, Jeff. Every answer to every test in your curriculum this semester. You are the best. But what do I get? I thought we had a deal. Deals are bound by ethics, Jeff. Deals are for 5-year-old girls. What do you want? Your Lexus. Ha, my luxury sedan for a semester's worth of answers. Come on, you're never going to stop taking the easy way out. I'll be helping you for 4 years. You want to get a degree while taking naps? I want leather seats with built-in wool ball warmers. Office expires in 10 seconds. I'm supposed to do what? Walk home? Take my Prius. Prius? It's good for the earth. So is wiping your butt with a leaf, but it's not how a man gets around. Time's up. Alright. Britta opens the door and comes running to him. You can hear chaos coming from the room behind her. It's really bad in there. Yeah, sounds like a train wreck. What do you say? Time to go. Go? Jeff, I would rather flunk Spanish and starve to death than abandon a group of people in pain. You thought I meant time to go to dinner? I meant time to go give these people the healing. They need time to spread their love, blah, 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 blah. Gives his arm one of those platonic but lingering touches that women have been using to secretly control civilization. What the fuck? Dan Harmon, chill. What are you saying? Then dinner. Alright, so Doom. Act 2, very clean. This is where everything's going downhill. All the bad stuff. The story's coming to an end. Jeff walks in. Everyone is sitting with their arms folded, staring at the table in front of them. How's it going in here? Everyone explodes into furious name calling and alright, simmer down. I want to tell you something. You know, what makes humans different from other animals? We're the only species on Earth that observes Shark Week. Sharks don't even have Shark Week, but we do. For the same reason, I can pick up this pencil, tell you its name is Steve, and then go like this, pow, and part of you dies just a little inside because humans can connect to anything. We can sympathize with a pencil. We can forgive a shark. We can give Ben Affleck an Academy Award for screenwriting. Damn, that's a dig. Everyone nods knowingly, touched. Britta, however, remains poker-faced. People can find the good and just about anything but themselves. Look at me. It's obvious to all of you that I'm awesome, and yet, if I agree with you, I would be an ass. But I can think of Annie's awesome. I can think Annie's awesome in ways that I'm not. She's driven, but people have to be driven, or the power goes off and the ice cream melts. And look. And some people have to be driven, or the power goes off and the ice cream melts. And look at Pierce. Other guys see his age and are locked up in their houses yelling at people on TV for farting. This guy is out here with us, even though he's earned the right to dismiss us. Just like Shirley's earned a little elbow room and a lot of respect. Not as a wife, not as a mother, but it's time for her to be a woman. What the heck? The thing about the jukes was blah, 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 blah. I want Troy too. You want Troy too. That's why we're tempted to diss the jacket, because it's a symbol that intimidates us. You think astronauts go to the moon because they hate oxygen? Come on, they're trying to impress their high school's prom king. And well, they should, because I saw our track team tonight and I'm pretty sure Troy's gonna be a big dog on campus. And Abed, you think astronauts go to the moon because they hate oxygen? Come on, they're trying to impress their high school's prom king. That's so good, but also so bad, but it's so good. God made people with minds that wander because the answers we need are barely ever the ones we're taking. Abed's a shaman. Ask him to pass the salt, you get a bowl of soup, and guess what? The soup is better. Abed is better. You're all better than you think you are. You're just not designed to believe it when you hear it from yourself. So everybody, do me a favor. Look at the person to your left. I want you to extend that person the same compassion you extend to sharks, pencils, and Ben Affleck. Now look at me. You just stopped being a study group. You have now become something unstoppable. I hereby pronounce you a community. It's not like Breakfast Club anymore. Now it's like Stripes or Meatballs, anything with Bill Murray, really. I agree with Abed that tonight has been very special. Too special for Spanish, really. And I think that, like the Breakfast Club, we ought to disband and reflect. Let's go. Finally, she nods her decision while watching. Actually, now that we're unstoppable, it'll take no time at all to prepare for this quiz, right? They're very excited about studying now. Jeff goes to plan. I have a surprise for you guys. We don't need to study. I have all the tests and answers for the semester. So, all done. Everyone looks at the table a bit taken back. Britta narrows his eye. Here's puzzles through this. Well, Jeff, now, why in hell's bells would you want to enroll in the community college to cheat? I didn't want to enroll here, Pierce. I have to be here. I'm a lawyer. I mean, I was a lawyer, and I'd like to get back to being one as soon as possible. A lawyer. Then why have a study group? I don't have a study group. You people just showed up. Britta explained something to everyone she's been putting together for a while. It was all to get into my pants. Why can't you see that for the compliment that it is? What about the look left speech? Was that real? I learned it at tennis camp when I was 7. Jeff's all fake. Jeff's a freaking fake. I added the Ben Affleck references. Jeff, you had me at I'm a lawyer, and by had me, I mean had me ready to puke. Now please leave and let us study before my gag reflex hits a tipping point. But you're not listening. I have the answers. I thought you were like Bill Murray in any of his films, but you're really like Michael Douglas in any of his. Yeah, well, you have Asperger's. Damn, Jeff, dude, Jeff has no chill. He's not qualified to make the diagnosis. Jeff exits the front doors, miffed, sour, grapey, opening Duncan's pack. He gets an envelope and pulls out a stack of papers from inside. He looks at them, stunned. We watch as Jeff flips through a stack of pages from old Psychology Today magazines. Professor Duncan is enjoying a pipe in his office. So Duncan, like, shanghaied them, which Jeff now does. Before you react, you'll have to think about the gift you've been given. An excuse to punch a hippie, a second chance at an honest life, a life that starts here at Greendale. All these tricks you acquire to survive out there, they have no use in this place that you're wiping your feet on. People here are excited and proud to be here, students and faculty alike. And frankly, we're a little offended by the implication that there's anywhere else we'd like to be. This is a lesson you need to learn, Jeff. So now we start learning about this Jeff's need. He needs to get off of he needs to learn to not be so egotistical. And to appreciate his community. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not getting it. Maybe you're incapable of learning. Is it possible you're incapable of teaching? It's a community college. Now give me keys or it's going to get sloppy. Stomps across the empty nighttime campus. He sees the old black woman sitting on one of the benches. She stands there for a moment, mustering the confession. I don't know how to do it. I don't care. Where are you going? Don't you know, honey child? I got to go polish that moon and hang them clouds out to dry. But don't worry, outer space Jesus Negro lady is watching over you. What the fuck? Jeff slumps down on the bench as she walks away. Great, even God thinks I'm a dick. The heck, did she like float? Sees Jeff and pauses, thinking, boy, there is autumn, and then there is just fall. You may have purchased a knockoff calendar. You said some nice things about me up there, Jeff. And I do admit, I've got things to learn about the ladies. You know, I've been married 7 times. I started thinking I'm doing something wrong. Do I look like I'm in a position to give romantic advice right now? Hey, I thought you guys were studying. We're done. Oh, that was fast. Let me ask you something. People have been clowning me about this jacket since I got here, but if I take it off to make them happy, I'm weak, right? Troy, what's the matter? You lose the jacket to please them, you keep it to piss them off. Either way, it's for them. That's what's weak. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's good, isn't he? My brain's all wrinkly. I love that line. My brain's all wrinkly. Jeff doesn't necessarily mind the praise, but he's still got wallowing to do. Annie and Shirley come out. Is this another We Hate Annie meeting? Oh, sweetie, nobody hates you. Sorry I called you sweetie. It's a mother's habit. It's not that bad, really. My parents, This is interesting architecture. Abed and Britta come through the library door. So hey, everybody. Shouldn't you be at home rolling around in a bed covered with quiz answers? Live by the sword, huh, amigo? Amigo means friend. You might need to know that for tomorrow. I want to say something. Then stops. He gets a weird look, but nothing I say is true, so I can't. Sorry, I need help. Jeff realizes his problem, I think. I'm gonna flunk. I need help. The group looks around. Mostly they're all looking at Britta. Shirley looks at Britta with a face and says, do something. Let's see. What's going on? Can you guys hear me? Am I deaf? Britta looks up, curious to see what Abed is talking about. Britta, blah, 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 blah. Hey, we should get back upstairs and finish, right? I thought you were done. Who said that? Are we done? I'm not done. They're not done. Abed gets more. Well, let's go. Jeff, you're coming. Are you serious? I can study with you guys? You know, if you want. I don't care. That's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. The group heads back to the library entrance as we pull back in a crane shot. Packs a lot of emotional punch for a reasonable price. Nice. I like that screen film note. But I think, from what I remember of here, a lot of this stuff is like punched up for the pilot episode, right? Like a lot of these characters are a lot more caricatures or a lot more exaggerated than how they end up becoming in the show, because they get, you know, calmed down, they settle into this character rather than acting a way up. And then Jeff has like this realization that I don't think he has in the actual script. I think they just start studying or something, because I don't know, because it feels like he grew too much for it to be a pilot. I feel like they need to like leave him some more room to grow more. But I mean there's still a lot of ways that he can get better. But overall, it's a really tight script. Like Dan Harmon, despite, you know, his personal problems and all that kind of stuff, he's really good at crafting a very strict content, like, I don't know, put together screenplay that has his voice in it. Like, he has his own style, which is really good. I like it. I like all of his stuff that he has. I should do like a Rick and Morty episode next. But that's it. This is a short one, a short stream for a short episode. I'm sleepy. I also have stuff to do. So I'm a yeet on out of here. Get out of here. Goodbye.